Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We've been on a bit of a hiatus. I've recently become a dad and my schedule's gotten a little fucked. So, new setup, different place, still in front of my computer, but make use of the time I have before I gotta go back to diaper duty. So, I have a bunch of parts stacked up from AliExpress that are just taking up space now, and it's time we put them all together. So we're gonna do an NH35 build, and that'll include a Oyster Perpetual knockoff case, as well as a custom colorful dial and stereotypical Rolex hands. So let's get into it. Let's see the parts that I have. All right, first up we've got the case. Pretty simple, about 50 bucks on Alibaba. Of course, we got the NH35. I think this is an NH35A, to double check. I've also got a chapter ring just in case. Didn't look like there was one for this case, so we'll see if this one works out. An Alibaba watch build wouldn't be complete without some really shitty NH35 hands that don't really look like the photo. So we'll see how these ones turn out. Of course, we got the dial. I'm super excited about using this dial. It's very colorful and vibrant, which to me totally contrasts to the very simple elegance of like an Oyster style. So everything was kind of based off of this dial. Black hands, colorful dial, really plain Jane bracelet and case. Also trying another first for me is I'm gonna change the calendar wheel to one that's a little bit more colorful. This one is actually a set of cards. So it's got the clubs, spades, hearts, diamonds, instead of the last like, I think 4 dates of the month. So this will be new for me and I'm excited to try and fit it into this NH35. All right, with every build I do, I try to improve and learn a little bit. And one way I do that is by reading the comments and seeing what tools I should be getting and which ones I should be staying away from. So I've 3D printed an NH35 movement holder. So we're gonna be trying this one out today. Obviously it's not the greatest, but we're working within my budget. I have the tools to 3D print, so why not? Let's see if we can set this NH35 into his home and, oh, it fits beautifully. I'm happy with that. So that should make working a little easier. Before we start putting this movement into a case, I should play around with the date wheel. Now, a little worried because all I see is double-sided tape and some teeth. So I'm wondering if it just goes right over the face. I'm gonna watch a video, full transparency, to see how to do that so I don't break an NH35, because obviously we're dealing with post-tariff prices and it's just not worth buying an NH35 right now. I've had this one for months before both my country and the States changed their governments. So it's still a cheap NH35 and I don't want to replace it with an expensive one. I'm gonna need the hands, just some black Rolex knockoff ones. Excited to use them, and her dial. So let's dive in. All right, let's start with the date wheel. Now I watched a video and I've got about 4 screws to take out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this metal part here, which is like a retaining shim of some sort, take that out, and then the date wheel should just come out no problem. So using our handy little screwdriver. One really good beginner tip for watchmaking that I'm going to recommend to everyone is cut back on your caffeine intake. God damn, these parts are small. Let's see if I got a smaller screwdriver. God damn, I am shaky today. Awesome. My non-magnetic tweezers are very magnetic today. That's what you get for buying tools off Alibaba. Oh, look at that cheap ass fucking screwdriver. All right, so you always make point of which side was up when you put it. So up is still facing up and I'll be able to operate that way. All right, let's get this date wheel on. All right, let's get rid of that one. All right, I think that went back in almost beautifully. So I'm sleep training my 4-month-old right now. So just to even get motivated today and do stuff, I had a ton of caffeine and I'm starting to see that was a bad idea because I am shaky as fuck. All right, I've had to battle like a motherfucker, but I think I corrected all the mistakes I made, which is, oh, fucking nice. So I got one more screw to set in. Oh, yeah, not working. Not working. Great. Okay. Don't do what I just did and force it, but there we go. Boom. Looking beautiful. All right, so after all that, this is what we got. All right, like always with my videos, there's a continuity issue because I'm a first-time dad and life gets busy. But let's pick up where I left off. Oh, that's a lot of extra feet there today. Tons of extra feet. We'll see what I need and what I don't. Usually I'd have a second glove on, but I have trashed my fingers playing rugby. They little sausage hands, god damn. Okay, so using our flush cutters. Keep my thumb over it when I snip just so I don't shoot it into my mechanical movement. Let's get a closer look, shall we? Oh, that looks clean. All right, next we have the hands, just black Rolex style to go with the case. I always feel like I'm handling a nuclear device when I'm playing with the tiniest watch parts. All right, like always, let's get ourselves started. And first, with the hour hand. Now, this will be my first time using this bad boy, so bear with me, but it's another recent upgrade for parts. All right, let's see if this fits. It's pretty good, actually. Moving on to the second hand, or the minute hand, sorry. Beautiful. I do like the case. All right, let's grease up this gasket. All right, now we can take all the plastic off. One more. Oh, I can still go a bit more. I like mine to be a bit more snug. I'm all right with that. All right, we finished the Oyster Perpetual build, another Alibaba special, Seiko NH35. Let's go ahead and add it to the collection. Boom, gonna do a tour on this soon, so we'll go over that later. But like, follow, subscribe, tune in for the next one. We're gonna do a deep documentary style, kind of deep dive into a Casio classic, more of a long form content and trying something else for the channel. So follow up on some other videos that I owe you guys. See you later.